All right, good morning guys, good afternoon guys, good evening all right, welcome back to Bene by Tutorial. All right, so this is a channel that is dedicated for JAMB or university aspirant. Okay, so if you're a JAMB candidate, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on all bell notifications so that whenever I drop any amazing video, because here in this channel I'll be dropping amazing content or amazing updates, all right, regarding to your schools of choice. All right, so it is important for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on all bell notifications so that whenever I drop any of the updates, YouTube will notify you and you'll be the first to check out the information. All right, so here we also these with JAMB, WAEC and NECO candidates. All right, so if you check out today, you will find out that the topic of today is how JAMB and schools decide the admission of candidates every year. Yes, that's what we are here to discuss today, because I promised all my subscribers that whatsoever information or whatsoever question my candidate ask me, I will definitely have to come here to explain all of the things for you guys, so that you guys will also learn from here. All right, and some other persons out there that don't have some persons to ask the question to will definitely have to learn from here. Okay, so they have come to ask me because a lot of them says that so I scored high last year and I didn't get admission. Some were like, I scored very high year before last and I didn't get admission. So they were like, what is the reason why I did not get admission? They want to find out how this admission of a thing is being calculated, or how the admission mathematics is done. All right, so stay from the beginning of this video to the very last side of this video, where I'll be leaving no stone unturned. All right, I promise you guys I'll be explaining everything in details so that you understand, so that you don't feel like, if you don't so that you don't feel reluctantly when you get a certain number of JAMB score. All right, so before I get right to the video, I want to use this opportunity to tell you guys about our group. All right, so we have a WhatsApp community. Our WhatsApp community is basically for our 2024 registered UTME candidates. Of course, you yourself, you can become one of our members. The only way you can become one of our members, so let me know in the comment section that you want to join us, and there in our comment section, if you let me know you want to join us, I'll be right there to give you my WhatsApp number. And when I give you my WhatsApp number, after getting to know you on the WhatsApp stage, I will definitely have to add you in our WhatsApp group. So there in our WhatsApp group, you have access to WAEC answers, NECO answers, and your school of choice post UTME past questions and answers, free of charge. All right, so that's and a whole lot of other things there you will benefit. You can also interact with your fellow aspirants there, and a whole lot. Right, so that's basically what you will gain from there, and lots more. All right, so let's get right to the video. Okay, so the question is how JAMB and schools decide the admission of candidates every year. All right, so to determine if JAMB and or any student will gain admission, we have three ways. All right, so they normally use to determine admission of the year. All right, so we have admission quotas, we have admission policy, and there in the admission policy we also have what we call catchment area. So I'm going to be explaining all of these things, okay, because candidates seeking admission into an undergraduate candidates seeking admission into higher institution often think that once they have a very high score or the required cutoff mark, they will feel reluctantly that we have made it and there's no way I'm not going to be like, there's no way they won't take me. Right, so that's why you see some persons scoring 250, as high as 250, and the person will feel reluctantly, and at the end of the day, if the person did not get admission, the person will be like, do you think that I wasn't cheated? Maybe they cheat me or something like that. Some will go as far as saying that they sold my admission. All right, so nobody sold your admission. So I'm here to explain those things. All right, so if you think that you score 250 and you're automatically going to gain admission, my sister, my brother, I want to tell you that it doesn't work that way. All right, It doesn't work that way, because every year a good number of candidates that apply for undergraduate admission into respective institutions end up not securing admission even with their high JAMB score and post-UTME scores. Okay, there are many factors responsible for that. Okay, so I want to explain those factors now. For one of the factors that is responsible for that is admission quota. Admission quota. So all schools have their specific admission quota, which is set by the regulating body for that institution. All right, for instance, in universities, it is the National University Commission, which is the NUC. You, of course, you know National University. So they are the people that set the admission quota. This admission quota is the number of candidates an institution is allowed to admit in each academic session based on its carrying capacity. All right, so let's assume that you have let's assume that this a school, or let's use which school I use now. Let's use Popular University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Let's assume that they gave University of Nigeria and Nsukka to admit only let's say only 18,000 candidates for a said year. They admit only 18,000 candidates for a particular year. All right, so once they meet that that threshold, I'll call it, once they meet that this thing capacity they need, every other person that comes, whether you score 1 million or you score anything you score, you are not going to be admitted. All right, so you are not going to be admitted. All right, so that is basically how it is. So the moment an institution has admitted number of candidates are allowed to admit, other candidates they will look for another alternative. All right, so the second one, I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. If you are getting any value from this video, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on all bell notification, because I'm going to be explaining more of those things for you guys, so that you will learn from there also. All right, so another one there now, we talked about admission quota. The next one we are going to talk about now is admission policy. So going by the guidelines set by the federal government for admission into institution, 45% of candidates will be admitted based on merit in any institution. 35% will be admitted based on the catchment area of the institution they apply to study. All right, 20% of the candidates will be admitted based admission because they are not from educational they are from educational less developed states. Okay, while the ratio of science and art students, all right, to be admitted in a set year is 60-40. Okay, so all tertiary institutions have been mandated to follow these guidelines. I know all tertiary institutions have been mandated to follow the guidelines before now. All right, so that's to tell you that 40%. I'm going to explain all of these things. All right, so I told you, I explained the first one I explained was admission quota. Next one I'm talking about now is the policy. So the policy says that 45% will be admitted on merit, 35% will be admitted based on catchment area, then 20% of the candidate will be admitted based on people that is from educational less developed states. I will also mention the states that is under educational less developed states, so that you will know. Okay, so now let's start with 45%, because I promise you guys I'll be explaining each and every stage of them, because it's important for you to pay very close attention. So I'll be explaining each of the stage for you so that you understand them. Okay, so the 45% based on merit, let me explain. This means 45% of candidates with higher scores in UTME and admission screening are given admission consideration first in the institution they apply to study before other candidates. That's why we call it, they call it that in any institution, the first list they normally drop is merit list. So that merit list is those people, is that 45%. All right, that is the 45% of those persons that meet everything, every blah 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 blah. That's the 45%. So if your name is not among that very merit list, so that's why another you start praying from there. All right, so we have talked about 35%. Now we are going to talk about we have talked about 45%. Now we are going to talk about 35%. So 35% will be admitted based on catchment area of the institution they apply to study, while 20% will be admitted. Okay, sorry Now we talked about 45%. Now we are going to talk about 35%, which is the admission based on catchment area. Okay, so each federal university has its own catchment areas, right? The catchment areas are states connected to that particular federal university you apply to study. Okay, so when you choose all those federal universities that they are that is connected to that when you choose all those institutions that is connected to that state federal universities state catchment area, so you stand a very high chance of getting admission in that place. Right, you stand a very high chance of getting admission in that place. Right, so that is basically how it is. So if you want to know the states, federal and catchment area of the states, so the federal universities and their catchment area, you let me know in the comment section, so I will know if I can consider to do that content. All right, so for you guys, it will also help you guys from there. All right, so the very last one, which is 20%. 20% is based on less educational developed states. Right, so those states are like we have Bauchi, we have Bayelsa, we have Benue, we have Borno, we have Cross River, we have Ebonyi, we have Gombe, we have Jigawa, we have Kaduna, we have Kano, we have Katsina, we have Kebbi, we have Kogi, Kwara, so many of them, Nasarawa, Niger, Plateau, Rivers, Sokoto, Taraba and Yobe, Zamfara, all of them. You understand? So that's why you see some person will be like, let me go to north. All right, let me apply in any institution in the north. It's because of those less developed educational areas. All right, so that's the reason why some of them may not actually know the reason why, right, why they are doing that, why some of them knows. All right, so that's the reason. That's why I've come here to explain the reason for you guys, so that you will have to understand all of these things because so that you don't think I scored 200, I scored 250, that's all. Right, so that's why it's important for you to join our WhatsApp group. If you join our WhatsApp group, we are going to help you so that you make sure that you get admission. Right, it's important for you to join our WhatsApp group. Right, so if you have some of your friends that wants to join, if you have some of your friends, you can still share this video to them so that after watching they can still decide to join our WhatsApp group. All right, so that you don't waste your JAMB score, because some persons, I've seen somebody that scored as high as 303. Was it last 2 years or last year? That person did not actually gain admission. Right, so that's the power of all of these things, because the question they will ask you, who are you going to the school to complain? Nobody. You are not going there to complain to anybody. Are you going to the seat? No, nobody. You are complaining to nobody. So even if you want to complain, they will be like, do you know the scores of those candidates that have been already admitted? Do you know what they score? You don't know what they score. Since you don't know what they score, you don't even have to blame anybody, because you'll be like, yes, I didn't meet up the admission and that's it, and let me go. Let me try again next year. And the funniest part of it is that you might think of trying again next year, and at the end of the day, boom, you see yourself scoring low. So that's basically how it is. So don't take chances this period. So, and the very last one on our list, I'm sorry if I have taken this video too long. The very last one on our list is UTME subject combination. Right, so that one is another thing too. So UTME subject combination, that's why during the registration, the operators or your coordinators, various coordinators will be like, confirm your subject combination before you choose any course. Even if you want to make change of course, confirm that the course you want to change to is in line with your JAMB subject combination, because even if it doesn't tally, if you like score 2 million, nobody will give you admission. All right, I'm telling you the gospel truth. Nobody's going to consider you for any admission. You'll be like, nobody sold your admission. All right, so that's basically how it is, because you do not meet the admission criteria. That's why they didn't give you the admission. All right, so I believe I have answered all of these questions today, and if you have learned something from this video, please don't forget to let me know in the comment section that you learned something. So the first one we'll talk about is don't forget, is POTA. POTA is a very number of candidates that is set by the federal government to the Nigerian institution to admit in a particular city. So while policy is where they split all the total number of candidates. They split it with merit, they split with catchment area, and they split it with the less developed, less educationally states. Right, so that's the three basic way. All right, so I believe I have answered all of this. So if you have anything you want me to know, or you have any video or any content or any question you feel like you want to ask me, don't forget to let me know in the comment section. All right, so I'll be right there to answer all of your questions. Okay, if you want to join our WhatsApp group, also let me know on the comment section. You can join, you can share the video to your friends. All right, share to your friends, share to so many groups, share to as many times as possible you can. All right, so I love you guys. So this will be ending this video today. So if you have learned something, I want to encourage you one more time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up so our YouTube algorithm will notify others to actually check out the update. All right, so I love you guys. Until I see you guys again, don't forget your love and cherish every member of this platform. All right, thank you all. Keep winning.